Senator Hillary Clinton is on track to be named Secretary of State, and now some political pundits say the former president, Bill Clinton, might be on the list to replace her as the junior senator from New York. We mentioned that, well, we should mention that a spokesperson for the former president is denying that Mr. Clinton is interested in this position. Now, let's think about it. Why would he be? We'd like to have a little fun with this anyway. According to the Washington Post, if Bill Clinton were to replace his wife, he would be the third former president to move to Capitol Hill. The first president, John Adams, back in 1830, after losing his presidential re-election bid, he returned to D.C. as a congressman from his home state of Massachusetts. The second was President Andrew Johnson, and that was in 1875. He served in both the House and the Senate after living in the White House. New York Governor David Paterson is said to be considering people including the Attorney General Andrew Cuomo, Caroline Kennedy, and her cousin Robert Kennedy Jr. Joining us now is Jill Zuckman. She's a political reporter with Chicago Tribune. Jill, great to see you.
Good to see you, too.
I mean, it's fun to think about the former president becoming that. It just doesn't seem like the kind of thing he'd be into, does it?
Let's see. He was the leader of the free world, and now he's thinking about being one of, 535 members of Congress.
And a junior senator with nothing, nothing.
That's right. I mean, the Senate operates on seniority.
Yeah.
Look at Senator Byrd from West Virginia. He had to wait to become, practically 90 years old to consolidate all his power. I think it would be a tough road to hoe to go from the White House to being a junior senator without any perks or prerogatives or power.
Well, a lot of this is about who you know and how you get along with them. So let's think about David Paterson and the state of New York and who makes sense to be put into Hillary Clinton's Senate spot.
Well, it's an interesting question, and we have the same thing going on in Illinois, actually, where Governor Blagojevich is deciding who to replace President-elect Obama with. And ultimately, it's the governor's decision. What anybody else wants does not matter. Now, he could go for Caroline Kennedy, but would she want to be one of 100 in the Senate and have to be chained to the Senate floor because of votes after she's lived a life of contemplation and writing and being her own boss? I don't know. It's a really good question.
It is a good question. You figure that the kind of person who would want it, within David Paterson's inner circle, and we all kind of know a little bit about David Paterson's inner circle, it's hard to figure out who we might pick, but I'm guessing the leaks will come pretty soon, wouldn't you?
Well, I believe that he's hinted that he'd like somebody from upstate New York. And that's sort of a key area of the state. If you're going to win statewide, you've got to be able to do something there.
All right. Thanks very much. We'll watch and see what happens.
Okay, thanks.
All right.